And we are live. Welcome back to No Filter MMA. Got the boys here again. I got Taylor from 1upMMA. I got Brandon from MMA Freaks with Nick Patella. We're gonna break down some the Fight Night 135. Fight Night 135 lived up to be a pretty good card. What you boys think?
Oh yeah. That made it that much better.
I mean, that what a hell of a main event though, and what a hell of a prelim card as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was exciting all the way through.
Card was very good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. What y'all think about? Okay, let's start this thing out, man. What y'all think about that when Mickey Gall beats George Sullivan? What about getting Mickey Gall back in the getting some legit competition versus fighting scrubs, man?
I was surprised
As expected.
how he did it. Even though he is jiu-jitsu, he's been working his kickboxing with Joe Schilling for 6 months, and then just comes and chokes that kid out in a minute.
I went as predicted.
Well, what do you guys think about Mickey Gall when you think Mickey Gall, you think of?
Oh, I love that kid. I love that he has a cloud every time he wins. Like he goes in and he just does his thing. And I like how good he is at jiu-jitsu, and he's young.
I think he has a lot of potential.
But they put him up against CM Punk and what was the other guy named? Mike Jackson.
Oh, Mike Jackson. Yeah.
What kind of?
But at the time, though, Mickey Gall was only 1-0, and then he was 2-0. I mean, he's way better than both those guys, but record-wise, it made sense.
Yeah. But what do you think? What do you think is going to be next for Mickey Gall? You think they're going to give him some legit, going to push him up the ladder or what? Because he lost.
If it's him, he wants Randy Brown again.
Now that's who he lost to, right?
Yeah.
Right before last.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so he came out. He looked good last night, man. I mean, for me, he did.
That kid.
What was it? What was that?
He's an animal.
He's crazy good on the ground.
I mean, it didn't take much for him to submit CM Punk, man. That was crazy.
Beat CM Punk's ass. That shit was wild.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. But now another fight that I wanted to mention was Joanne Calderwood versus Kalindra Faria. That was a great one.
That was crazy. She was on her back, just getting handled and pulled that triangle armbar out of nowhere.
Did not expect that.
No, me neither.
No.
I think she's gonna get back up and maybe try to win our decision. But yeah, she just slapped that thing on and that was it.
Yeah, man, I was shocked, dude. I mean, that was pretty impressive, man. You got to put that kind of puts JoJo on the map a little bit. She's already there, but a round one submission over Kalindra Faria, man, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah,
She deserves somebody in the top 10.
Yeah,
She belongs at 125.
Do you think that she's one of those strawweights that should move up?
Yeah, she had to win at 125 when she fought Valerie Letourneau before it was
Yeah,
a
and
weight class.
she TKO'd her.
Yeah, beat her ass. That shit was crazy too. Yeah, she belongs at 125.
Yeah, probably. Another one that I saw that was really good too, guys, was Corey Sandhagen versus Lurie Alcantara. Alcantara, whatever however you say his name. That was a hell of a fight.
One round.
Man, I mean,
I thought
go ahead.
there was going to be a sub in the first.
Man, he was getting handled in the first round, man. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That elbow was looking rough.
But what a comeback. What a comeback. Seriously, what a legit comeback.
Just like that. He was insane.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. It was a good prelim card. Also, James Krause. What do you guys think about James Krause, man?
I love James Krause, and I'm glad he won because I hate Warley Alves.
Do you?
Oh no.
He didn't deserve to beat Alan Joe Blaine. Alan Joe Blaine beat his ass, and he somehow pulled that win out. And ever since then, I've just never liked him. But no, I like James Krause. When he was on the Ultimate Fighter the second time. Yeah, he's good, and then his striking's been getting better, his wrestling been getting better, and he was just laying it on Warley Alves. It was awesome to watch.
It was.
But to me, as I was watching the fight, man, it kind of looked like Warley Alves had
What the fuck happened?
Don't know what happened. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. What the hell happened?
I don't know. It just the fucking app closed and said that I was removed from the call.
Yeah, dude, it did me the same way.
What the fuck?
Anyways, man. Yeah, Brandon, what's up, man? I don't know what happened just now, man, but it kicked us all out.
Motherfucker.
It was weird.
Yeah, dude, it kicked us out. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I was saying that Warley Alves looked like he had the better striking. And then it just looked like James was a little sloppy with his striking, but he was landing. That's what got me is he was actually landing.
Dumped all his stamina, throwing all power.
Yeah, man. But when he started clipping Worley Alves, I mean he was laying it to him, dude. You can tell him and Megan Anderson train together, dude, because they fight similar.
Yeah, yeah. These are like her striking instructors.
Yeah, man. It was kind of odd knowing that James Krause is a striking instructor, and his striking really didn't look that good to me,
No,
man.
it
I
never
mean, it
does.
didn't.
That's very
I
weird.
I thought it was just me, but I was like, okay, his striking doesn't look good, but he's landing, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if it's effective, it's effective.
Yeah, yeah, heck
He was
yeah.
nice and
But
patient to finish the fight.
yeah, but how about that fake low kick to the flying knee, man? What about that?
It was crazy. Yeah, I like all the creativity that's going on. That shit's fucking fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. It really is, man. It really is. It's crazy uh, how some of these fights turn out, man. But Eric Anders with the
That
with the
was
TK
brutal.
with the
Yeah, that
TKO
that was
over Tim
wild.
Williams, man. Wow. Y'all, what you guys think about that fight?
It was a good fight. I like Eric Anders because he's from he went to the University of Alabama, so I like him for that. And then I thought he beat Lada Machida, which the judges disagreed because they're stupid. But he was doing something out. I thought it was gonna be a decision, and then he just lands that kick and put that poor kid down.
That was awful to watch.
Man, it was crazy, man. It was a great fight though, man. But what do
It
you guys think?
was.
Speaking of Eric Anders, what do you guys think about these football players transitioning to MMA? I mean, you got
I like it.
who's that on the contender series right now?
Greg
Greg
Hardy.
Hardy. Yeah, what do
Yeah.
you guys think about that?
I don't like him, but
Yeah, I mean, they're good athletes and they're massive too. And I mean, it's weird. Depends on like where they come from or what position they play is how well I think they transition into MMA. But I like it, man. Whatever gets eyeballs on the sport, I'll take it. And if that's what it is, and if they're good.
Hardy's not very good. It's just power.
No, Hardy is 29 years old and his body looks like he's 50.
I mean, that's facts though. But I did see him on the contender series. His last fight on the contender series was against. I used to work with Boom Gordon's brother, and and what's crazy if you go back and watch that fight is Boom Gordon is a huge guy. He's a big guy, and he clipped Greg Hardy, and it didn't even phase him at all. Like Greg Hardy, I mean, he swung a looping right hand, like a desperation right hand at Greg Hardy, and it did absolutely nothing. I'm like, look at the chin on this guy. But then again, he hadn't really been hit that much.
Yeah, no,
He
No.
hadn't been in the game very
pro
long.
fight. Yeah, it's only a second pro fight.
I don't like how he's only had like 2 amateur fights and now 2 pro fights, and he's going to be in the UFC.
Well, didn't they
Yeah.
sign him to? Didn't Dana White sign him to like a what do you
Yeah,
call it?
the developmental deal.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
developmental deal.
I thought he should have been on top with the heavyweights.
What do you? Will you guys? I want you guys. You probably can explain it better than me. What exactly is a developmental deal?
No idea.
I think it's something for the guys with like lesser experience before they jump on the big stage. Just get them some more fights in them.
So do they perform at like the? Do they perform at like the UFC Performance Institute?
See, I don't know.
I
Like,
mean, do they
Yeah, I
train
don't
there? I
know.
meant to say, do they train? Do they train
yeah,
there?
I think he might fight in like one of the feeder leagues, like LFA or Titan FC, and just be paid by Dana White and WME. But again, yeah, they've never explained it. They just have said he's on a developmental deal. No one knows exactly what that means.
That Chase Hooper is on the same thing.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Like training at the Performance Institute. Do you guys think that they're going to be getting the training that they need there?
I like it, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
Why is
They have
that?
a lot to offer for the fighters, which is good, and they tell you where you should be fighting and help with weight cuts. But I think a lot of fighters go there and think they need to overtrain.
I mean, yeah, that's true too. But I mean, a lot of people praise the Performance Institute. But a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I think it depends what you go there for. A lot of people now are going for nutrition rather than just training and for like recovery. Francis Ngannou was the only one that was training there full time, and not even he's doing that anymore. A lot of people just train if they're in Vegas or use it for nutrition and for recovery.
So what do you guys? Speaking of Francis Ngannou, what do you guys think about what his coach said about him? That was kind of
Oh
wild.
yeah, that was kind of shady, dude. Coaches throwing him under the bus like that.
I must have missed that. What did the coach say?
The coach said Dana White was right about him believing his own hype and him thinking he was
Wow.
a gift to earth, and that he wasn't training as hard because he just thought he had it.
I'd be finding a new coach.
Yeah, I'd be pissed. That's my coach, dog. You talking to him about me like that?
I want somebody who's going to help me get better and support me.
But I mean, it makes sense when after you had to watch that Derek Lewis fight.
Ngannou he actually looked good in that fight despite not throwing anything.
Yeah.
If you think about it, he was using good movement. He was bouncing around on his feet, which is unusual for him.
Well, that's a lot of things. That's a few things that people don't think about when they think about MMA. They don't think about the mental aspect of it. I mean, that really plays a big part in how somebody performs. You know.
That mental can be really good or really bad.
Yeah, I've never seen it like that either, where he just froze.
Yeah, man. I mean, like that. I mean, Francis Ngannou comes out firing like every fight.
Yeah.
You know, and it just seemed like Stipe broke him, man.
Dude, yeah, Stipe ruined that poor boy.
He did.
And that kid thought he was hot. Stipe was like, "That's cool. Check this out." And just beat his ass.
Then DC ruined Stipe's eye.
Is there something wrong with Stipe's eye?
Not really. Just in the fight, he eye poked him a bunch.
Oh, he eye poked the shit out of him. He eye poked the shit out of Stipe. I mean, that was
DC
was
whining about Jones doing it.
I know, right? And then he gouged. I mean, he does more than just poke Stipe in the eye. He freaking gouged him, dude. Right. I mean, that was insane. That was insane. So let's see what's next. Brian Barberena beats and retires. You know, UFC legend Jake Ellenberger.
I saw that coming.
I like Brian Barberena ever since he beat Sage Northcutt.
Didn't Barberena fight Covington?
I have no idea, honestly.
I think he might have. I could be totally wrong.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't think he did, but again, I'm not sure.
There's a
I don't know.
lot. There's a lot to keep up. There's a lot to keep up with in the MMA world.
It is.
Yeah.
There's a lot. We're back. Just hold with us, guys. YouTube is giving us some issues tonight. Uh-oh. Wait for the guys to get back in. YouTube is just it's malfunctioning on us tonight, man. I don't know what's going on with YouTube tonight.
Yeah. No idea. No idea. Freaking out though.
Back to what I was saying. Brandon's back in. Do you guys think that it was time for Ellenberger?
I think it was time 2 years ago.
I think, yeah, overdue.
Now, speaking of retirement, do you guys think that once people who've been fighting for a long time, once they get on that losing streak, that they should just retire, or should they make an effort to come back? People like someone like
It depends.
someone
Matt
like
Brown
Lyoto
lost like
Machida.
5 in a row, and then he won like 6 or 7 in a row, and he was all right.
What do you think when it comes to somebody like Big Rig Hendricks or Lyoto Machida, like, or Damian Maya, like?
Maya, I think all those could do well facing.
I think Johnny Hendricks should have retired. I mean, if
Yeah, I mean,
70, you're too smart for 185. There's no reason for you to go out there and get destroyed by people like
Right.
Costa.
I don't understand why he couldn't make 170 anymore.
He did his entire life, and then all of a sudden just forgot how.
Right.
What was that, guys?
I
What was
don't
that
think
last
Maya
part?
should
I
either.
missed that. What was that
I
last
was
part?
talking about
I
how
missed
Johnny
that.
Hendricks should have retired. If he can't make 170, there's no reason for him to get his ass beat at 185.
And we were discussing how he can't make 170.
Do you guys think 185 was out of Johnny Hendricks' league?
Oh yeah.
He's small.
Yeah, dude, because
You have to
Paulo,
fight monsters like Paulo Costa.
yeah, Paulo Costa put him away, man.
Whooped his ass.
He
That
put
was
him
rough.
away. But what a career, though. What a career that Jake Ellenberger's given us, man. I mean, what a long career that we've seen. We've seen Jake Ellenberger in wars.
Oh yeah,
You
him
know,
and Diego
Those are the
Sanchez.
guys you gotta love.
I mean, the war with Diego Sanchez. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
When isn't Diego in a war?
I know, right?
Speaking of
Diego's
Diego,
always- go ahead.
he's got a fight coming up.
Yeah, he's fighting Alex
Craig White.
Yeah, Craig White.
Well, yeah.
That'd be
yeah,
interesting.
That's gonna be a good one. Yeah. What do you guys? Speaking of upcoming fights, what do you guys think about Tony Ferguson and Anthony Pettis?
I feel bad.
Pettis is gonna get murked.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for my
Man, he
hometown
might.
boy, but
I mean, Sergio. Anthony looked good in his last fight, though.
he did.
He did, but that ain't Tony Ferguson.
Yeah,
No, it ain't
Chiesa is
Tony
not a
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
No. Definitely not Tony Ferguson. Absolutely not.
I
And Tony
personally still
Ferguson-
think Tony's back too soon,
I think he's back too soon too, man.
but I'm not his
Especially
doctor.
But to try to get in there with eventually gonna have to get in there with either Connor or Khabib or
Poirier or Nate.
No, it's gonna be Conor McGregor when Conor knocks out Khabib.
I still want to see Nate. I still want to see Nate versus Tony.
That'd be dope. That'd be a good fight.
That would be a good fight. That definitely would be a good fight. But someone like Tony Ferguson, who was so close to becoming the undisputed champion, and then he gets injured like that. I mean,
It's just a freak injury.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, so put yourself in Tony Ferguson's mind. He wants to
I
get
can
back into
understand
it.
why he's pissed at the UFC.
Yeah, they stripped him and they shouldn't have.
No, they shouldn't have stripped him. Now, Kobe Covington, they should have stripped, but
Yeah, Kobe shouldn't have fought for a title. That was retarded.
That was just marketing.
I think that was marketing as well, man. I think they was just trying to get that division moving again.
Right.
Yeah. So Courtney Casey beats Angela Overkill Hill.
That was a war.
What's up with that?
I actually had that predicted exactly how it went.
I thought Angela Hill was gonna win.
I thought Courtney was going to steamroll her.
Yeah, I thought Angela would be able to pull it out in a brawl.
I thought Angela Hill would win that fight too. I really, really did. But man,
Hill looked
Courtney
real
Casey,
good.
I mean, coming off of a loss, I mean she
Two
looked
losses.
pretty. Yeah, 2 losses. She looked pretty good.
I think she should fight Tisha Torres.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, Tisha Torres. Ooh,
That'd be a good fight.
Man. I think Tiny Tornado. She's more of like an atom weight, man.
Yeah.
I think she's a little small for that division, man. Because the way
she's all muscle though.
Jessica Andrade just mauled. She mauled Tisha Torres, man, and Joanna Jędrzejczyk beat her up too, man. I just think maybe she's a little small for that division, and her and Michelle Watterson are like, imagine Tisha Torres versus
Michelle Watterson, Tisha atomweight champion, Victor.
Yeah. Like imagine Tisha Torres versus Mackenzie Dern, like the size difference.
Oh
man.
yeah,
that's crazy.
Mackenzie would kill her.
Dern would eat her alive.
Yeah. So I mean, like the size difference, man. And look at the tall girls, like what's her name, Ashley Yoder, and those longer girls, Felice Harry. They're gonna beat up on those small girls, man.
Oh yeah. Except for Jessica Andrade.
Nah, Jessica Andrade. She's a monster, man.
She's
God Almighty. Who's Jessica fighting next?
Carolina. It'll be a good fight. I hope Carolina beats that ass.
Fuck no. There's one person in the division beating Jessica Andrade. It's Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She's going to walk through Carolina and she's going to walk through Rose.
No, Rose would eat her alive.
No, you're crazy.
Rose's footwork is better than Joanna's.
It don't matter when she gets a hold of you and throws your ass to the ground.
I could see Rose easily catching her in a sub off her back.
Nah, she ain't got that kind.
Easy.
Ooh, fellas, that's a hard one. But the thing
she's got to get through Carolina first.
The thing about Jessica Andrade versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz, though, is can Carolina counter the muscling strength of Jessica Andrade? Because she's gonna maul her, man.
Mm-hmm.
If she stays standing, she's got a good chance. But if it gets to ground, she's done.
If she can keep her distance and just kind of like just get in and out real quick and just cut the angles and move away from the cage, I think she can get it done. But it's so much easier said than done when you're fighting Jessica Andrade.
Because she just keeps pushing forward.
And she's fought as high as bantamweight too. You know what I mean? Like she's got some size to her.
She's fought Rocky twice.
Yeah, I know.
Beat her once.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how MMA math is. You know what I'm saying? Like
it is.
Someone like Andrade can fight at such a vast variety of weight classes. You know, I mean that's
she could do 135, 125, and she's obviously doing 115 now.
How she makes 115 is beyond me.
Me too. Man.
Right.
She's a big girl.
To me, she's a natural 125er.
Yeah, I want her to move up after she gets the strawweight belt or the flyweight. Yeah, strawweight.
That'd be interesting. I don't see her winning the belt.
I don't see her winning the belt either, man.
Rose is going to be champ for a long time.
Yeah, well,
I see Rose.
It's okay. You guys can. But when it comes true, when it happens, I'll be here waiting for your call.
Oh man, I mean, so like I'm always thinking about dream matchups, man. Like Mackenzie Dern versus Jessica Andrade.
Hello.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know who would win, honestly. I have no idea who would win that.
I think Dern could catch her on the ground.
Oh, Dern could definitely catch her, but I think Dern could be, if she took a couple of those solid hits from Jessica Andrade, she'd go down.
That's the one thing, though.
But if Jessica Andrade took one of those hits from Mackenzie Dern.
Oh, that's true, yeah. She wrecked Amanda Cooper.
Now, my question is, how is Dern's chin, though?
I'm saying, I've never really seen it tested.
Well,
Exactly.
Ashley Yoder was her and Ashley Yoder had a pretty good back and forth.
Yeah, but Yoder is no Andrade.
No, not at all. Not at all. But I mean, that fight. I mean that's a power puncher fight, man.
Oh,
somebody's gonna get clipped. Most definitely, somebody's gonna get clipped. So Courtney Casey's back in the win. She's back in the winning column.
Gonna try to get her back on MMA Freaks.
Absolutely, yeah, man. You guys be definitely looking out for that. Brandon's gonna try to get her back on MMA Freaks. Follow the MMA Freaks on YouTube. On Facebook, guys, and follow 1upMMA on Facebook. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on, I think it's on Twitter too. So most definitely follow those guys. So next up, Michael Johnson has a controversial win over Andre Touchy-Feely.
I thought Michael Johnson was going to sleep him.
I thought Feely was going to walk through him. Michael Johnson ain't got shit at 45. But, I guess he does, because, he has a win now.
I thought Michael Johnson was going to run right through him.
But to me, Johnson looked a little skinny, didn't he?
He did.
It's like he didn't put any weight back on after the weight cut. He looks a lot better at a higher weight.
No, yeah, he just looks drawn out. When he fought
right.
Elkins, yeah, he looked the exact same at the weigh-in as he did at fight day.
I don't mind him necessarily fighting at 45 if he can put weight back on, because it's not a huge weight cut, but he just looked really bad at the fight.
Yeah, he looked emaciated, like he hadn't ate in days, which he probably hadn't. Right. But geez, man, that was. But
gotta at least get something in you.
Yeah, I know. But speaking of putting weight back on, have you guys heard that they're possibly going to be doing weigh-ins before you come into the cage? So that could possibly be shifting a lot of people in weight classes.
Yeah, then everyone will know exactly how much weight people are cutting. When Darren Till walks in there at 215 for 175.
Right, he's at least 205.
Yeah, we're fighting at 170.
You guys think he balloons back up that much?
Yeah.
He should fight at 185.
He should fight at 185. He's fucking huge.
Tyron Woodley's
Till is a monster, though.
Tyron Woodley's gonna have a time trying to get past that reach, man.
Oh, this is my two favorite welterweights currently.
I mean, it's gonna be hard getting past that reach.
Yeah.
So I mean, but
I think
like I said,
Woodley's either gonna KO him or wrestle him.
I'd like to see Tyron Woodley use his wrestling. He hadn't used his wrestling very much.
No, he should have versus Wonder Boy.
So yeah, he didn't use his wrestling. He doesn't use. Well, I understand him not using his wrestling against Damian Maia, but
right.
But that's kind of the same with Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje's an accomplished wrestler, and he doesn't use his wrestling a lot either. He prefers to stand and trade on the feet.
Yeah, Woodley likes to consider himself a knockout artist, not a wrestler.
Hasn't knocked anybody else since Robbie Lawler.
Well, in his defense, look who he's been fighting.
Okay.
One-dimensional guys.
He should have finished Damian Maia.
He should have, but he also tore both of his shoulders.
Well, has stronger shoulders.
Ooh.
Well, they've been injured for a while, so.
Fuck Tyron, he's soft. I don't like that guy.
What? You don't like Tyron Woodley? You don't like the chosen one, man?
No, not at all. Yeah, I respect him, but I don't like him as a person. I think he's a douche.
But think about the people who they've been feeding to Tyron. They've been feeding animals to Tyron Woodley.
It's just as a person, I don't like him. But you can't deny that when he said he's fought 4 #1 contenders in a row, it's true. He doesn't try to run. I mean, he does try to get the money fights, but he doesn't push for it. Like DJ or saying no, fight whoever you put in front of him.
I want to see Kobe.
He's
Covington
also
against
been
Styles.
fighting those one-dimensional guys. Well, I shouldn't say one-dimensional, one style, basically. Like Maya, Jiu-Jitsu, and then Wonder Boy with his karate.
And he fought Wonder Boy twice.
Yeah.
So I mean, so that right there, I mean, that's a huge thing fighting somebody twice because this after the first time they've kind of figured you out. So
Yeah.
I
It's
see why
funny.
I see why the second time was kind of a boring fight. The first time, not really. I think they should have done more in the first fight, but the second fight, I can kind of realize why it was like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's funny. The first fight between those two, I thought Woodley clearly won, and the second one I thought could have been a draw.
I thought Thompson won the first one.
I thought they were going to say Thompson won that first one, especially when they came back and whispered in Tyrone's ear, man. That was like, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
That shit was weird. That was a weird.
It was crazy.
It really was, fellas. It really was. So
That was
let's
a
move
good
on to the
card.
main. It was a good card. Let's move to the main event, though. This is going to be a short episode tonight, guys. We just wanted to get our thoughts out on UFC Fight Night 135. Justin Gaethje,
Yeah, my boy.
knocks out. He knocks out Michael Vick. I mean, Michael Vick knocks out James Vick. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Killed him. I thought he was gonna win, but I thought it was gonna be a decision. He used more wrestling, or after he tried to get James into a brawl and catch him. I didn't see him sleep him in a minute and a half.
I thought it was going to be at least somewhat competitive until the second round.
But I mean, but the thing is about Justin Gaethje, you can kind of see if you watch that fight in that short amount of time that fight happened. Justin Gaethje was trying. Here we go again, guys. YouTube failing on us again. Let's wait on our guys to get back in here. Oh my God. Fuck YouTube tonight. Fuck YouTube tonight. Anyways, man, it looks to me like Justin Gaethje was on his way to baiting James Vick into one of those back and forth brawls that Justin Gaethje is known for.
Yeah, before he clipped him, he was closing in, and he was making James stand and fight with him, and James didn't like it and tried to get away with the kicks, and then he just landed that right.
Yeah, but the kick that one right before Gaethje knocked him out. Sorry about that, Brandon. Man, this YouTube is tripping tonight. YouTube's tripping tonight. But right before Gaethje knocked him out, he landed a whopping body kick, man. I mean, James Vick did. He landed a killer body kick.
He landed. I was thinking that was right before he threw because he threw two in a row. Because that first one landed solid. He tried to sneak in the second one.
Yeah, man.
James Vick looked decent before he got knocked out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like he was looking good.
He was using his kicks, using his length. He looked all right, and then he went to sleep.
And I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking this fight is getting ready to be. This is about to be a highlight reel fight because I mean, James, he was doing everything that he planned for, everything that he worked for in his training camp. It looked like everything was going to plan with using the length, keeping Justin Gaethje at bay. And Justin just said, "Fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna run in. And I'm gonna knock him the fuck out."
Yeah, it says the people that say like you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. But if you can land it, you can put him to sleep. Why not?
You got to set it up. And he did. You can't just throw one punch, and he didn't. He set it up with a hook and then followed through.
That overhand.
Yeah, man. I mean,
that's how you do it.
I mean, Justin Gaethje, though, man. I mean, so what do you guys think is? I think Justin Gaethje was one fight away from being clipped from the UFC. So what do you guys think is?
I didn't think he'd be cut because of his name, and he brings in viewers.
Yeah, the dude has 5 bonuses in 4 fights, but I think he's gonna fight someone in the top 10.
I think you should fight Barbosa.
I'd enjoy that shit. I'd enjoy that shit out of that fight.
Right?
Edson Barbosa versus Justin Gaethje. Woo, do you guys think Gaethje's ready for something like that? For somebody like Barbosa?
That'd be an interesting fight. Leg kicks from hell from
Yeah,
both.
see, that's leg kick for leg kick. That would be, or Paul Felder. I'd like to see him fight Paul. I could see him fight Paul Felder too.
Yeah, I'd be okay with either of those. I think Paul could beat Gaethje up.
I think they all can beat Justin Gaethje up. It's just don't.
His style is hard to.
Paul Felder sort of kind of called Justin Gaethje out after the fight because he was commentating. What do you guys think about that?
That's another good fight.
Yeah, I'd watch the shit out of that.
Justin Gaethje, though, man, with only 2 losses, man, I mean, he still has a pretty good record, man. Only 2 losses,
he does. But how much damage did he take in those 2 losses?
Oh yeah, man, a lot.
Yeah, especially in the Eddie Alvarez fight, dude.
You know, I was looking at his stats. I was kind of embarrassed. He was landing at a high clip of 8 some shots a minute, but he was getting hit with over 10.
That's what James Vick was saying. Yeah, that he absorbs 10 strikes per minute.
Now, which fight was that y'all were talking about? Was that the Eddie Alvarez or the?
That's just stats. Period for Gaethje. He absorbs over 10 strikes a minute.
Well, he actually said something about people saying that he shouldn't fight that type of way because, I mean, it was in a pre-fight interview or something. He said, you know, I don't care what people say about my performance. You know, people say I shouldn't do this and that. Do you guys think that Justin Gaethje should work more on his defense and his head movement?
I do.
I think he does.
He's always said he doesn't care.
He just loses it.
He doesn't care, it seems like. He's straight out said, I don't care if I get brain damage or not. I'm in this for the love of the sport and fighting.
And for the money. And that's why he's my fucking hero. That kid he just wants to fight. That's all he knows how to do.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he knows to do is
and
fight.
I don't think he's not afraid to take damage because he has an end of his career. He has those 5 fights that he's going to go into social work, which is what his degree's in. So I think it's easier for him because he knows the end. And because he has a backup plan for it, so he can afford to fight however he wants.
Yes. I still say he needs to work on the defense.
And I'd like to see him use his wrestling, man. I'd really like to see Justin Gaethje use some wrestling, man, and let's see some groundwork from Gaethje, man. Most definitely.
People are saying they should scrap the Pettis Ferg and set up Ferg versus Gaethje.
Not too much. After losing 2 in a row and fighting 1 and winning 1, I think you need 1 more before you try to fight that animal. Don't you?
Yeah. I think he needs 1 more fight, man.
Especially off a 2-fight losing streak.
Yeah.
And he lost to top-level competition, man. He lost to Alvarez and Dustin.
But he almost lost to Michael Johnson, too.
Yeah, he
should have lost.
YouTube keeps kicking us off. We keep trying to give you guys a good discussion, but YouTube is not allowing us to do so. Yeah, guys. Hey, Brandon, we just gonna wrap up, man. YouTube's not allowing us to be great tonight, man. So, I mean,
it's crazy.
Sometimes YouTube does that, man. It's like it just doesn't want to stay on, but it is what it is. We're just gonna wrap it up, fellas. But we're definitely gonna be doing a lot of talking about UFC 228. So you guys definitely stay tuned. 228's coming up in what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So,
yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. So we're definitely gonna get our talk in on that. Once again, I want to thank Taylor from 1upMMA. I want to thank Brandon from MMA Freaks. Everybody in the comment section, hit the like button. Thank you guys so much. And we're going to get out of here tonight.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.
All right, fellas.